Alrighty. Uh, hello. I'm back again for another CTM review. This time I'm doing ChaosKraft 1. Nightmare Realm, I believe is the map name. Not sure. Um, so I guess we'll just hop right into it. Last time I checked out Untold Stories 4 by Render. This one is ChaosKraft 1, like I said, by Ben Player X. Obviously, this being the first map in the series, I don't. I have some contentions with this map. It is definitely not up there in my favorites. It's probably middle of the row, um, especially when it comes to some areas, but we'll get into that. So, okay, yeah, it's Living Nightmares. I thought it was Nightmare Room. Um, so, to begin, I love this. I love this starting area. This thing is absolutely beautiful. It's got very good resources. It gives you tons and tons of coal and tons of wood, to be honest, because that's a lot of wood for a starter. Plenty of stuff to make leather tools, free wooden swords. Come over here and grab this free golden sword with fire aspect, two free gapples. Um, and then you come back here because naturally you'd want to see something, and you go to the living forest, which is the white wool area. Starting area, so white wool. Um, Here you got a projectile protection chest plate. It says, "Legends say there's a shield in the shield in the small castle below the emerald blocks. You might want to go there first." So right off the bat, this drop is way too massive. Um, you have like a little side staircase thing you can try and go down, but that drop is just insane to get through here. Vines, I'm not a fan of vines. Um, basic castle, little shield. Um, nothing outstanding. Some grass themed mobs. It's a it's a living forest, that type thing. Um, yeah. Standard spires, standard everything else. Um, the castle over here, I do not believe I got to. I just I overlooked this one, so I never saw this. So I mean, I probably wouldn't have used any of that. Regardless, the loot in this map is very weird. Um, which I believe I'll have the chance to show off later. But you come over here, you get to this little castle thing. Am I in peaceful? I am peaceful. Okay. You get this castle thing, white stained glass. Bada bing, bada boom. You're done. Um, very short for white. Um, it's a nice starting area though. Gives you plenty of wood. I believe this cobblestone is real. Yeah. So real cobblestone. Um, everything gives you, I believe, just some pigs for food. But regardless, nice white wool gives you basic stone stuff that you need. Um, and then you come over here, which I think is this is one of the cooler intersection transitions because you gotta fight your way through it. And it's a big old tower. So naturally you'd come up the tower and, whatever else. And this thing looks amazing. Like, that looks sick. I think this looks really cool. I really like both the spires over here. I like the broken bridge that you have to build across. Some basic food here, nothing crazy. I think same thing over here. It gives you an ender pearl, so you could pearl over if you wanted to, as long as you have the white wool. Um, but yeah, nothing really much to say. White wool is pretty basic. I remember seeing this chest. I had come over to this ledge and I was looking around and I saw this chest and it gives you a free shield. So what's funny is I had cleared out this intersection transition before I even went that way because I was like, oh, well, there's probably something cool in the intersection transition or something here that's, interesting. So I got the shield way before I got the one in white. Um, but yeah, that was just my own personal experience. I wanted to clear this out first, just see what it was about. So naturally, you come to intersection one. Very nice looking intersection. Fairly basic, but it works for an intersection. Intersections don't need to be too fancy, in my opinion. They're it's four bridges going to different areas. So Cavern of Destiny with the D not capitalized. Intersection one, simplicity. I get that vibe. little base area down here with some free stuff, free food, free wood. I don't think I'm gonna have these furnaces. Nope. All right. So I always go in wool order. So I'm gonna go orange next, which is the mushroom jungle. Um, funny thing about this area. So I got up here whenever I did my playthrough. I got up here. And I went around and did whatever else, but you can just turn right here, and I believe, yeah, the objective is right here. What's funny was there's a hint to the objective that you get somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where. But you get a hint to the objective, and it just says that it's in the blue mushroom. So I had come around here. It's right there. That's where the hint is. It's up here. It gives you some free loot too, I believe. Yeah, objective, stone sword with smite, 2 gaps, and a bunch of bricks. Um, interesting loot. Like I said, as you can see, there's been like what 5 gapples given out already. Like that type of thing. But don't let your guard down because this map gets stupid difficult. Anyway, so I came from the starting area, came around this area, basically went the linear path. Came up here, came by these blazes, which are really weird. I like some of the mobs here, like the evil parrot of darkness. I thought that was hilarious. Um, come around here, and I came to this blue mushroom house, and I'm like, okay, well the objective must be in here. And then I dug like this, and then sorry, I didn't dig there. I dug. Where did I dig? I dug like over here or something. I don't know. It was somewhere where I couldn't see the objective, and I got killed by a cave spider out of nowhere. So I didn't see the objective in here. So I was searching like everywhere else because I just figured it was a giant blue house. And then I find that hint and say it's in the blue mushroom, and I just like face palmed because I completely missed it. Um, but yeah, very very nice area. I like the how the objective is like right here, so you can if you're speed running or whatever, you can just hop right up there. The houses are very nicely done. I like the trees. I think they're vanilla, if I'm not mistaken. But that doesn't matter to me. Trees aren't something I gush over. Although Render's trees are absolutely amazing. Go check out my Corona Trials if you haven't seen it yet. Watermelons for food here. These houses do have wood in them? I don't know. I know some of them do. Let's see. Yeah. Stuff like this, like, I get that you want to have varied loot, but I think this is a little much. Because I would only take the coal ore and the carrots from here. And maybe the jungle logs because it's this early on, but that's all I would go for. The rest of this is just fluff. I do like how they're in the shape of the mushrooms. I did notice that whenever I played it. I thought that was really, really funny. Um, But other than that, like I think there's too much in chest. Also, all the ocelot spawners are pretty cool. Overall, pretty solid area. A little bland in block bar, like it's just your standard cave and dirt and mossy cobble and that type of thing. The jungle trees are interesting, and I do like the mushroom style. But I think honestly, it might be a little cliche at this point to throw in an area, but the mushroom trees I think would have fit a lot better here than just the random jungle trees. Um, Long startup to this area, which I thought was a little weird, but I didn't really mind. I know I died here once, so I had to keep walking up this path over and over again. Um, but other than that, it's a fun area. All right, magenta, the red rum, no, a radrium, however you say that. I don't know. Um, oh, I remember this area. This is, I think, my favorite area. Not sure. I'll have to think about it. You can bridge your ender pearl to the middle, but please don't. Um, this area is interesting. So naturally you come around here, you come over here, and then you see this thing. So he said don't bridge to the middle. So obviously you wouldn't bridge to the middle. Um, but you'd come over here and you'd go here and you'd say, oh, there's a button here. So you press the button and it teleports you to another section um, of this area. And I think this was really, really awesome because not too many maps have done this. I know some maps have done it in terms of teleporting you from one to the next to the next to the next, but this one does it like on another level. Um, so you'd come around here, you'd go up this little crevice thing here. You'd come back down, go down here, and come through to another one. So But we had plains, and then ice, and then nether, I believe. And then you've got a. This is the weirdest looking one up here because I don't know what theme it's going for. But you come through here, and ta-da, ancestral monument. So I love the little statues. I like them at the intersection transition, and I like them here. Um, I love the Dogo companion. I think that's adorable. Um, I like this. I like this monument area. It's very open. Very similar to the bonus monument. I have not found any of these. I didn't search for them originally. I didn't plan to search for them because of the experience I had with this map, which I'll get to. Um, but I didn't care to look for them. So I never found the secret gems. That could be something. If somebody would like to tell me either the CTMC Discord or the comments where they are, like in which areas, then I'll definitely go look for them, and maybe I could add a little bonus thing in the description saying, hey, there's a here's my thoughts on the bonus gems and if they're actually worth getting or not. Regardless, okay, so you come down here and you've got your standard storage area, you got a base building kit, whatever. Free ender chest, free enchanting setup, which I think is awesome. Because then you don't have to worry about getting bookshelves or anything. Forgetting that signs don't go away. Free furnaces, free whatever else you really need. I don't think there's any chests. I'm not gonna keep looking. Um, since there wasn't anything in those chests, I decided to take the chests that are in the base building kit, and I just built a base inside of here. Because this, I built like all these chests here, like row after row after row. So these teleports go to each intersection. Obviously, I think that's pretty pretty obvious. But you can go like he says on the sign. Don't go to an intersection before you've unlocked it. So that means you can absolutely just teleport to another intersection, which I think is fine. Um, and I command blocks get complicated, so I can see how that doesn't work like that. But I like how Ben Player did them in ChaosKraft 2, which I will get around to playing one day. I have played the first two areas, but I've I've seen most of the rest of the map, and I've also seen and heard how black is a little unbalanced to say the least. So I'm not afraid to play it. I've got other projects right now that I'm working on, so I'll worry about that later. Very very standard monument, very basic. Reminds me of the the 16 placement just going down the row. But it's split in half this time, so something new, something interesting. Standard canyon. It sucks that this gives me like Tomb of the Sun vibes, where it's just like a big plains area in the middle of a canyon that just has. At least he put designs in here and stuff. Also, there's nothing down here, which is very, very disappointing. There should have been a chest or something. um. Anyway, so yeah, standard monument area, pretty basic. Gives you a free farm, a free place for animal farms actually, which gives you pig spawn eggs, and they also give you a fire aspect sword, which is really good for food and whatever else. Again, I love the statues. I think they're adorable. Um, but yeah, back to Magenta. So again, weird looking area. Um, you get up here and you get a little turned around, and then finally you get through to the next area, which is the end area, but it's not the end of, end of the thing. So naturally, when you're going through here, there's a bunch of shulkers. Like, there are shulker spawners absolutely everywhere. There are endermites and shulkers. That's all this area is. You can see just how many shulkers have spawned already. Um, if you want to farm shulker boxes, good on you. I didn't do so. But naturally, instead of going up there where you're supposed to go, I went like this. Because there's nothing here. There's nothing stopping you. So I went over here and I clicked this one, and I was like, huh, this is weird, because it brings you back to the end area. So I was really confused. So apparently you're supposed to let yourself get hit by the shulkers and then float up to here and then come through here, which was really weird. I didn't understand, but regardless, um, you come up here, you got your standard random spawns, whatever else. You come up this ladders, sorry, and then you click this button, and you're now in a desert-themed, like void-style area with gas and such. Um, so yeah, this is pretty aesthetically weird. I'm not sure what Ben was going for here. And then you get to the center, and the center is very interesting because wool is in here, or sorry, the glass is in here. I'm gonna keep attempting to shout over these gas, or get away from them. But naturally, you'd think this would teleport to like an intersection or something, but there's nothing here, other than the wool. So basically, you have to get in, get the wool, get out before these four gas spawners, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, destroy you. So yeah, I'm trying not to break your guys' ears right now. Here it is. Okay. So magenta is probably my favorite area out of the bunch. Just for its creativity, which you'll see later. There's another area like this one, but I think it's not executed as well. That one at least varies up areas and mobs and stuff. Um, so now on to the Ancient Canyon. Um, I'm trying to remember what this area was. Let's see. Well, first you got a big Minecraft cart rail that you go. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I had something to do with. Okay. So the canyon area. I really like these totems. I think these totems are hilarious. Um, uh, Not much to say on this area. It's your standard mesa cliffs, but I I really enjoy the Not sure what was going for there, but I was thinking them as like meat racks, like yeah, like meat makes the most sense because it would be like bone and flesh and stuff. Um, Enemies here, they're fine. Can't exactly remember what effects they have, but I think they're okay. Um, so obviously you go through the canyon and come back here, and you get to this cave area. Um, I think this cave area is fine. Let me give myself, uh, give monkeys 3 nitrogen. Alright, there we go, much better. I keep forgetting to do that. The canyon archers are a little annoying. I believe they have speed and punch, which is super dumb for skeletons to have. Um, you come up here to this top area, get some free gold for whatever reason, and some coal and some steak and stuff. The loot in this map is very difficult to say the least. You come in here and you get light blue, and then you come down here. You can either go this way, which gives you, I believe, just a bonus item. It's not anything important. Yeah, it gives you Unbreaking 2 Flame Power 3 bow, which is really, 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 really good for light blue. Also, this one's a trap that I fell for. Um, I didn't get hurt by any of this. I believe the Canyon Hunters drop um, a lingering potion of harming. Um, but yeah, I didn't get hurt by that because you basically have to be standing in the water for that to happen. So anyway, so you come around here and you come down here and around this lava, get some free wood for whatever reason. Then you get to intersection 2, which I really like. The theme was Temple of Doom. You teleport back to the monument here. That's how you look at it too. As you can see, the intersections are a little different from normal because the next one only has lime and yellow, and this one has orange, pink, or sorry, orange, magenta, and blue. So then you can see this one has gray, light gray, and pink. Um, Purple, cyan, because that's cyan, but cyan terracotta looks terrible. And sorry, blue, purple. I believe that's purple. Yeah. Again, they're weirdly saturated because terracotta sucks, and then brown, red, and green, and then black is there as well. But regardless, back to section 2. I think I like this one a ton. Um, Mainly because of the stuff they give you free chest and whatever else. There's nothing over here, which I think is a little bit wasted, but whatever. Um, so yellow ninja training grounds. Now I know there's an area that's similar to this in Ragecraft 2. However, I am currently in a multiplayer section of Ragecraft 2, and I have not been to that area yet. So 6 free iron and ninja in a bottle, which is probably one of my favorite potions. It gives you haste, jump boost, and speed. Um, and this area is really fun. Um, You get to run around. I'm just gonna basically do it by hand. You get to run around. You get some, some enemies. Those enemies are fast. I know that specifically. Although I feel like I was failing a bunch of these jumps. I don't know if it's just because of not really, um, not really, not really knowing how to do parkour very well. But you can jump around on these posts and stuff. You don't have to go that way. You can jump around on these poles and jump up here and do that type of thing. It's really cool. Um, I feel like I like these like dragon aesthetics. I think this is really cool. I like the dragon. It looks awesome, but I just wish it was actually utilized in the level like at all. Like there's no point of having the dragon there. So anyway, you get past this first area and you come down here and you come into this like little ninja academy thing. And you can do the parkour here, or you can do this, which I remember doing after a while. You can just do one of these, one of these. Oops, I hit the ceiling. Let's try that again. So you can do one of these, one of these, one of. I know you can make that jump, regardless. Um, that or you can jump up here and do that. And then you come over to here, and I think this is probably the coolest part of the usage because it's actually like pretty easy to traverse. Um, but I think this is really cool. You get free iron, which is always awesome. There's some random spawners under the carpet. Um, Yeah, you get some free iron, you get this thing again. I sort of wish the dragon was in on it, but it gives you free coal blocks. Yeah, you can come up here and get coal blocks if you really want them. And then you get the wool, or sorry, the glass. It is very, very short. And honestly, if you wanted to, you could just jump from here to here, or down there, up to here, up to here, up to there. You're done. Like, you don't even have to do the rest of the short part of this area. Um, that's the issue with this area. I feel whenever I get to the Ragecraft 2 area, I'll see like a better evolved version of this. No offense to Ben, but I'm sure that one's a little better. Um, that's really all I have to say on Yellow. It's aesthetically fine. I love the dragon. Again, I wish it was sort of used actually in the level or something, but it wasn't. Interdimensional Lighthouse. As you can tell by my sigh, I am not amazed by this area, and I'm really not. But I'm less amazed by what comes after this. So here you get super jump boost because obviously. Um, this area looks fine. Um, I like the sandy beach type thing. It's an interdimensional lighthouse for a reason. So you come up here originally, you come into the lighthouse, whoops, and it says mysterious teleporter, power state off, and then it says go press a button or whatever. I broke the spine by accident. But it says you have to activate the power for this to work. So naturally you come out of here, and instead of going into the lighthouse, you go to the side path and you climb up these cliffs and climb up here, climb right by the tower, which I believe, yeah, has a chest on it with waterfly boots. Um, Traveling through worlds is dangerous. Take this. I think that's a cool line. So you come up here, some free iron, some stuff, and then you come over here, um, and you come into this little beachy type area. It's not very long, not very complicated. Um, and then you get over to the power, and it's a button instead of a switch. So I remember I pressed this button once, promptly went back. Leave. Oh yeah, if you go over here, that's intersection 3. I'll get to that in a minute. It has a speed beacon for whatever reason, but um vines are annoying. I wish they didn't exist here. It makes kind of no sense in terms of like a waterfall. Why would it have vines? Regardless, um so you turn on the power, you come back to the thing, and hopefully the power state is on unless you have to run back, which is what I had to do because for whatever reason the power just didn't turn on. So I had to run clear back and do all that. Now it still says power state off, but it's actually on. So then go through here, same thing with gas and whatever. You have to go down the lighthouse and come out that way. Um, these dry land guardians are really annoying. Mainly because they deal a lot of damage for no reason. Um, Creeper's fine. I think this should have just been a contiguous tunnel, but it's whatever. Um, Everything's decimated, destroyed. It's just a more gloomy version of the other one. The intersection path is already obviously blocked off. Then you get over here and you get to the stained glass, and it's pretty simple. Um, I don't know. There's been this is sort of mixed for me. You get a free bucket. This is another mixed one for me. I like how this is like a ship that broke down. I always like the little aesthetics like that. But this area is interesting for me because I've seen other implications of this, like where it's like a regular area and then it's like the decimated, destroyed, other type of area. And I think there are other areas that do this better than this map does. Um, I don't hate this one. It's just it's not as well done as others, considering that others have come before it. Like as much as I like to rag on Nightmare Fuel 1, um, and how terrible it is, I will probably do a video review of that map actually. Because I really, I already did a text document one, but it's really hard to describe how terrible the map gets without showing you firsthand. Again, nothing, no hate to any of the CTMC map makers. They're either learning or whatever else, but it also comes with criticism. Um, so I'm not saying that, I'm just gonna bash a map because it's unwarranted. I'm gonna bash a map because it's really not a good map. Regardless, so you come into here and naturally, I forget what this is. I think this is just a weird hall or whatever. Let's see, the Aqua Throne. Um, naturally, when you're doing wool order, you'd go lime, pink, but then you get to pink and it says, "Warning: This is the hardest area in this intersection." I'm gonna go into spectator specifically for this one because I wanna show you this area firsthand. This is the worst area of the map. I'm gonna be blunt. This is absolutely terrible. Um, there is no loot in this area. There are zero chests to open. There are zero chests to explore for. And this mess. It's all background noise. But that said, I'm gonna have to go back into creative to show you the worst abomination made by man. Obviously, gas spawners, whatever else. I am not okay. So I'm still not peaceful. So you come over here, and there's no staircase down. You basically have to take fall damage, getting down to here, down to there, whatever. I like the little torches. I guess they're a cool thing. I don't know why these exist with no like detailing. Like I would understand if this was like maybe the spawner was there, or maybe even a little further and just had a little further range, so that you could actually reach it from here instead of having to go down here and grab it. Either way, that doesn't really matter. The true atrocities in this area, if they would ever show up, um, maybe there's one. The Beast of Blood. Okay. Quick thing. Look at how fast that spider's moving. Yeah, the spiders have like speed or something. It's really dumb. And then the Beast of Blood itself does like 3 hearts. Get a get a bed. Hold on. I really want to show you this because it's terrible. Hold on. Alright, that should set my spawn point. Let me go into survival here. Let me get full iron, because that's basically what I had at this point, was full iron. 5, and alright, so let's say you have full iron and you go to fight one of these things. You see they come after you instantly. Oh, and they deal 4.5 hearts. Yeah, that's fun. So yeah, that's why this area is dumb. Um, Let me give myself night vision again. Um, yeah, that is why this is why this area is dumb, as well as there is no loot here. There's none. There are no loot chests. There are absolutely zero chests to give you anything to your advantage. And that's not fun. Like at all. I don't think anyone has asked to just play an area with no loot unless you play like Loot Starved or something, which I've played a little bit of. It's actually pretty fun. I'll have to get around to beating and reviewing that one day. Um, but yeah, so you come through this big lava lake. At this point, you do have the bucket and the water from Lime. At least you should have if you were, playing through the area. Um, so it's pretty manageable when it comes to this. Now, this is pretty annoying. Um, you can go up here and do this and go to this lava pool this way, or you can go the actual lava pool way, which I would absolutely recommend because these are free diamonds. There's absolutely nothing stopping you from grabbing these diamonds. So you just do water bucket, water bucket, water bucket, make obsidian all over this. Get to the free diamonds, get your free diamonds, leave, and then come over here and keep going for like a mile longer than you need to. And finally, Beast of Blood and about 17 gas spawners, you can finally get to pink. No loot Look, this area aesthetically is a little over the top. I think it could use without the leaves. Honestly, I think the leaves are a little much if you replace that with another red block. This is red terracotta. What if you did something even like red wool? I know just replacing that, it would make it look a little more textured, or redstone blocks even. Nobody has a use for redstone blocks. Throw redstone blocks in there, especially, or since the beasts of blood already have them on their head, do the red glazed terracotta. It's actually not too terrible in terms of that. I think I would prefer this to the leaves. At least it would be, on point or something. Give to the thing. But the most of the issue stems from there are zero chests in this area. There are none. Zero. None. There are no hidden chests. There are absolutely zero chests. So when you don't get loot except for diamonds, that's not fun from a gameplay perspective at all. Whenever you're not given food or something like even a better bow to deal with the beasts of blood who are absolutely outrageous as you just saw. Um it's not fun to play anymore. Like this is honestly the point where I was like, do I really want to even finish this map? Do I really, I died here about 15 times trying to do everything because the Beasts of Blood were just so terrible. And honestly, pink is the point where the map starts going downhill, in my opinion. Um, Mystical Dunes, this is another dumb area. So, another Mesa area, this is fine. I do like this. I like the little, I don't know what he did to get this to happen. Oh, it's fences. Okay, well, it was really cool to me. I didn't check it because you can't break these blocks. You can only break the fences, like underneath, but I don't think you can even break the fences. Um, Regardless, I like this aesthetic. I think this was really really cool. I like how it's like quicksand type thing, or like you're sinking in sand. This is honestly the best part of this area. Um, so naturally you get on some bone structures, whatever, whatever. Then you get up here and you meet. Where are they? There's one of their spawners. I know you're around here. Hey, this area at least has loot in the form of an enchanted gapple. Um, is it you? It's you. These guys right here. You see? Yeah. Did you see how fast that one spawned from that one? Hold on. I'll set here for like 20 seconds. You'll see another one spawn. So these guys have flame, punch 3, and I believe power 1 or 2. Um, and they're absolutely stupid. Um, Skeletons being the way they are in 1.13.2, where they can just run around you with no consequence, and you only having a water bucket basically to deal with them, either means you spam them, which you have very little arrows to begin with, I might add. There are little to no arrows in this map. Um, or you have to fight them directly, which doesn't work at all because they have like punch 3. So you're going to be sent flying just attempting to run up to them, and then they'll punch you off, but you'll be just in the spawner range. So they'll spawn another, and then it just repeats, and it's pain. It's honestly pink and gray are probably my least favorite areas in this entire map, specifically because of that. Um they just have annoying, dumb enemies that shouldn't exist, to be honest. The Sand Warriors are fine. It's a melee mob, so it's a lot easier to deal with. Free Totem, 6 gaps. It's just... This area isn't fun. Remotely. It's not. Um, I died here probably another 10 to 15 times just because of the archers. Even if you have a shield, no. Even if you have a shield, it just doesn't work because of how flame works with arrows. I swear, every single time I would try and block, I would get hit. Every single time. This is not a good chestplate because of how thorns works, because thorns absolutely destroys your durability. Again, this is the best part of this area. When this right here, this little funny gameplay thing is the best part of the area, you know the area has gone downhill tremendously. Um, all right, so I'm gonna stop ragging on Gray, but honestly, these two are the worst in the entire map, as far as I can remember, like gameplay wise. I like this area. Light Gray is a big castle, which typically you can never go wrong with big castles. Don't get me started there. There are tons of big castle areas that are absolutely stunning and amazing and awesome. And I love big castle areas. Stuff like SP3, um, from limited of what I've played of it, the castles there look absolutely stunning. Um, I can't attest to the gameplay, but I've seen screenshots and that map is absolutely beautiful. Right off the bat, yeah, I mean, you can sort of see why this is a little unbalanced. Um, but this area is not remotely as bad as the other ones. It's really cool that the King's thing gives you a diamond chest plate. I think that's cool. Um, I'm not sure if this triggers any. I don't think that triggers anything. I didn't think that was a pressure plate. Regardless, so yeah, so you come to the castle. I went right originally, got all the books and stuff in here, which was kind of useless for enchantment table. Um, but as you can see, there are witches absolutely everywhere, and that's not fun to deal with. Um, there's like three witch spawners just in this one room, and they're all in range. So whenever you're trying to do that, these guys are annoying. They have like another round of punch, but I think they don't have. Sorry, they do not have punch, but they spawn really, 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 really fast. Like you just saw those two spawn within maybe 2 seconds. Yeah, see? Hold on. One, two, three, four. See, like 4 to 5 seconds, there's another one there. So what am I supposed to do? I can't bow spam these guys forever. Like I said, there's little to no arrows in this map that you don't get from skeletons. So unless you want to set up a skeleton spawner, you're basically screwed when it comes to this stuff. Um, it's just it's not fun. Intersection 2 is probably the one part of the map that I would say could be completely redone and would probably make the map a lot better in comparison. Again, I don't want to rag on Ben. This is his first, well, his first map. I don't know if it's his first map. I know it's his first. Like he may have participated in a jam or whatever else, but this is his first full length map, and it's very rough, as most first maps are. But it's honestly very very rough. Um, Same thing up here. You just got like some random chests. Now this is where you finally start to get some arrows. You finally get like a stack and a half of arrows. But before this point, before these towers even, you have no arrows. There are seriously little to no arrows in this map. Um, and then you have weakness and strength. So you obviously don't want to take the strength ones unless you plan on shooting yourself a lot, which you probably shouldn't do. Again, just between these two towers, there's, about 4 stacks of arrows. If you take the weakness ones too, then yes, there's about 4 stacks. Regardless, it's very rough. It's hard to enjoy this area just because of, what it does bad. Um, because there's just so much that it does bad. Like, okay, a wooden sword with you know diamond uh diamond levels of damage, but it's not. I don't know. Hard to describe. Hard to think about. Anyway, so I believe I'm just gonna break. I cannot remember. It's been a while. It's been like 2 or 3 weeks again since I played. Oh yeah. So in the castle down here specifically, um, which is fine. This is the dungeon. This actually makes sense as to where it would be placed. Um, you come down here and you've got your free, a couple free more arrows. Um, I wish instead of string he would have given you flint and arrow or flint and feathers to actually make more arrows. That would make more sense. Um, let me see. Um, So yeah, again, just more. It's more of the same. More fallen soldiers, more weird loot. Like I don't need slowness resistance 4. That doesn't help. Um, Dragon head that I don't need. 16 TNT that I won't use. Like I'm all for having chests that don't have necessarily amazing loot or just don't benefit a ton, but at least give me something. Like this is 4 arrows from a chest. At least give me, a little more. I understand the shield from there, that's pretty good. The iron sword. This is a good example of something where you throw in loot that's useful in every single one of these chests. Like I will use arrows and spectral arrows no matter how many I'm given. I'm not going to use all the dragon heads I'm given in this map. You know. Um Again, it's not like everything has to have good loot or amazing loot, but you've also got to balance it around. If you're not going to have good loot in a map, or sorry, good loot in a chest or good loot in an area, then you've got to give them something to work on. I'm not going to use a weakness potion. Invisibility is actually really useful. Um, the issue here is like you don't want to give yourself slowness 4 just for resistance 3. If you're really hurt, then just run away from the situation you're in. See, like an anvil. Just having that in a chest is really, 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 really good. Um, but something like 24 TNT and 5 iron nuggets when you already gave out tons of iron in the map earlier, gas tier, fine. Bones, sure. I can use bones. A gold nugget, why? It's 1 gold nugget. At least give me, like, 15 or, maybe even 7 if you're really just wanting to mess with the player. So you come down here. I do like that crest. I will comment on that. That crest is really, really cool. I like the shield design and the blue in the center. It looks really good. Um, Same thing here. I don't mind the gold. It looks like this is like a vault is originally what I thought. So instead of putting gold blocks, you just put yellow concrete everywhere, which I think is really, really good. Oh, back in pink, he should have totally added red concrete. I didn't even think about that one. Red terracotta and red concrete would have been perfect there. Um, Regardless, so you come through here. I think those weren't. No, I was gonna say I thought those were charge creepers. Um, you come through here, come through here, come through here. You get through this little weird bridge section thing. You get a Bane of Arthropods book. Did I say arthropods? It is arthropods. I always want to say anthropods. Regardless, get to this little bridge thing. Nothing crazy. You come through here, and eventually get past a bunch of spider webs and whatever else. Again, this is a bland, boring cave. There's nothing really here. Poison arrows, poison potion, okay. I could see that as being loot. Um, that's fine. I could use poison arrows. Same thing here. Um, I forget. I forgot how long that goes on. This intersection is absolutely stunning. I think the intersections of this map are really, 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 really good. I love the quartz contrasting with the stone. I think that's perfect. It's not too noisy because it's only white to gray. It's not like white and gray and red. Like that would be really funky. Like if you had white, gray, red, and then the yellow and the green and the ugh, that would just be way too much. But something like this where it's a little more simplistic and like the green is consistent around both instead of just having like random leaves everywhere. Um, but yeah, I really like this intersection. So Lava Labs. This is probably my favorite area in the whole map, regardless of what happened originally. Purple, which is an area, and blue, which is another area. All right, so onto the labs because this is cyan, if I'm not mistaken. So first off, you notice this thing, and you're like, "What's this and this?" That type thing. So you get over here. Naturally, you look over the edge, and you see those two things. You can kind of see like an outline of something I'm playing with. Render distance 7. Um, I think if you bump it up to about 9, I think you should be able to see. Yeah, if you bump it up to 9, you can see everything. Whenever I play maps, because I'm not on the best computer, I typically play on 5 chunks. This is what 5 chunks looks like. Like that's just void. Like that doesn't look like anything. That's pretty much my only gripe with this area is that type thing. I'll boost it up to 9 again. I'll probably put it back on 7 or 6 or something. But you jump off of here and I went over this way on my first playthrough, completely missed the big water platform you're supposed to have. So I completely missed. I went to this lava and got absolutely destroyed. Anyway, so you come into the labs. It's Frankenstein, whatever. Is it freakish magma? No, Franken magma. That's what it is. Um, Franken magmas. I think this area is really cool. I like the aesthetics here, even if it is a big cylinder. I think that's fine. It works for what it is. It's a lab area. It can be more rigid and more, stuff. The issue is, I mean, entrance wool. Uh, or sorry, glass. Where's the rest of the area? Well, rest of the area is over here and over here and over here. I decided to explore this area before I actually got to the wool, mostly because I actually wanted to see what this area had to offer instead of just grabbing it and dipping. I believe it's got a full set of fire protection 3 armor. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you can go through this lab area. I really like the design here. It's different from just a regular stone lab. It's red. There's other colors here. It varies in height. Um, Different enemies from a typical lab area. You'd expect like uh, some like tested experiments or like rats or whatever, but they've got like charge creepers. You get a free diamond block here. I forgot about that one. Um, but other than that, this is this is definitely my favorite area. I don't know if it's quote unquote the best area, but it's definitely my favorite area. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go around that loop and then come up here, I believe, and then you're just supposed to build up from here. Or sorry, you get levitation from here. Um, and then you just get levitated into where the wool is. There are a few spawners on the way. There's a chest here, which I didn't grab originally, but it's just 4 ender pearls. Um, Magma cube spawner. Um, yeah, nothing really to say. That's going left or right just basically leads you back to here. Um, Again, really cool. I like the design here. I like the lava. I love the little like drill thing they have going on here where they're like or like a pump or whatever. I think that's really cool because they're like pumping the lava into the rest of the labs. Um, I like the magma blocks here. Like I said in I believe my Untold Stories review, magma blocks are probably one of the most underrated blocks in my opinion for actual aesthetics. As long as they're done correctly and they're done in the right areas, they look stunning. And I think they add a lot of texture and stuff to the area. Because this is nice, but it's just red. Like there's no texture here. There's no block variety. It's just block. You know. Also, in the labs there's a teleporter that comes back up to here. It pops you out right there, so you just have to walk across this area. Um, Overall, like I said, I think this is my favorite and probably the one I would give the highest score to in terms of what I actually liked in the map because that area made a lot of sense visually, design wise. It was designed fine. It gives you basically full diamond, which is a little early for cyan, but whatever. Um, I'm not gonna worry about it. So purple is quite an area. Um, this is the entirety of the area. There is nothing extra. There's berry blocks here. This is it. Um, walkway, big tower. That's it. There's absolutely nothing else to this area, which frankly is a little annoying because they have some of the most annoying enemies to begin with. So you got a wizard, which is on fire and has fire resistance. You've got blazes, phantoms, ghasts, endermite. I was gonna say silverfish, but you walk in through one of the walkways, and I believe this is the only chest in the entirety of the area. Um, it gives you a weird potion and 4 diamonds, and that's it. And you already have full diamond. Um, Jump boost potions, regen, slow falling, night vision, purple wool. Like things you don't really need. You come up here. You've got Enderman, wizards. What? Gas and Phantom and Blaze spawners up here. Gas, Phantom, Blaze, Gas, or Blaze. Purple stained glass. That's it. That's this whole area. Um, it's got some interesting design stuff. I like the carpet pattern. I like all this. The issue is mobs. There are what? Per half of this, there is what, five spawners, and you're in range of basic. If you're standing in the center, you're in range of all 10. You're literally, you've got 10 spawners and then four extra up here. So you've got 14 spawners when you're standing right here. Not to mention, I believe there's some down there. I'm starting to lag. Regardless, like you're in range of all of these spawners, and there's just way too many to warrant this area being this small. Um, like at all. Like there's no point why this area is this small. Um, it's fine. I'm gonna get out of here before these gas scream in your ears. Um, it's fine. It's an area. It certainly is an area. Um, I don't. It's definitely not up there in terms of ranking and whatever else. It's very, very mediocre. Um, blue, blue. This area is fine. Um, definitely an upgrade from purple. You get a whole stack of iron right at the beginning. Whole stack of coal there too. The salmon's not really interesting. Nothing else really stands out for loot. That's the issue. Is I know in ChaosKraft 2 there is a lot better and a lot more variety loot instead of just being like one actual useful item per chest and then a bunch of stuff that just doesn't need anything. Like you get a diamond pickaxe with men to get blue. Um, regardless, very yeah. Remember this curse of binding, curse of vanishing. Um, yeah. Again, it's an area. It's not too long, not too short. It's perfectly lengthed, I guess, when it comes to stuff like that. But it's personally not one of my favorites. You come down here and you come into Brown, which is the Phantom Cavern. Phantom Cavern. Um, I like this area. This area aesthetically is actually really fun. I like the ice, like you could see all the little holes and whatever else. Um, I don't like the spawns. Phantoms are really annoying as an enemy. Um, like really, really mind-numbingly annoying. Charge creepers aren't fun to fight against all the time. Um, this is like a big ice maze area that just gets you to Brown and then gets you to the next intersection immediately. Like there's no real point in lingering here. Like there would be for some of the other areas, like staying and grabbing all the wood and white or, doing something else. Um, I do like this though. I love the aesthetics here. I love how you can see the box 99% of the time whenever you're looking down. I don't like this as Overvoid. Mm-mm. I like Overvoid, but I need paths. If you're gonna put spawners in the ceiling with phantoms and such, and you're not gonna provide paths, that's completely unfair and unwarranted. Um, I understand it would add to a challenge that the player might have, but add some broken platforms then. Add something so the player doesn't just have to build over void with phantoms just soaring at them for like little to no reason. Um again, aesthetically, I think this is my favorite aesthetically part of the map. Like this, it might not be the best looking. The ice is very bland, but the andesite doesn't really have much. Or sorry, diorite. I always get the three confused. Um, but I love the little aesthetics of the ice here, and then you've got the sandstone, and it actually looks like snow comparatively. Like when you're looking here, you're like, oh, that's a bunch of snow on the outside, but then it's sandstone instead. Um, I think it's really cool. I really like this. I like the stripped logs. And again, this intersection is beautiful. I love these intersections. These intersections are absolutely stunning. Um, I love how it's a desert instead of being like void, like most fourth intersections would be, or last intersections. Um, I really like the design of this one. I like how it's a desert. I like how, the buildings are thematically fit to be a desert, that type thing. Tons of coal blocks up here if you ever need torches. That type of thing. I think it looks really cool. I like the stripped wood, like I said. Um, I like the regular wood too. I think the stripped wood is really underrated when it comes to a building block, especially when it's one tone like this. and it fits well with a bunch of the grays and the darker stuff. So yeah, I think the intersections are honestly the best parts of this map. Um, they have a lot of flair and they show off like everything that was done. And then you look at the regular areas and you compare them to something like oh yeah, please don't abuse tokens dying on this area. There's a mob that drops them, which means you basically farm an infinite amount of them. It's not against the rules, but I recommend not abusing them. He said you can basically carry two emotes. This area is fine. It's very interesting. Um, I'm trying to think what I could say here. Um, this reminds me of what was I playing? This reminds me of this area doesn't remind me of anything. The mushrooms and stuff remind me of RageCraft 1, the mushroom palace type area. I believe that's in RageCraft 1. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this the mycelium and the pass and the whatever else, I think it was mostly Podzol, but yeah, so this area is it's an area. Blocks of iron are really the only thing. This is instant damage potion 14. Um which again, like why why would I need something like that? Um it's honestly not really useful. It's an instant damage killer if you need to do something, but there's no like bosses in this map. So you can't abuse them either and like really be funny. Also there's, tons of them. Um I agree that the issue is when you have your HUD up so high, you cannot see these things. So let me change my HUD. GUI scale. We'll do one for right now. I know it's not going to be very visible. So it says minus 20 to, I'll read it out. So it's resistance 5, weakness 5, absorption 39. It says it's one applied negative 20 attack damage. It says it shields you from the Vampire Slayer potion or other damage for a few seconds. And that's it. So let me change that back. Not controls. Alright. So anyway, again, hold on, let me go into says vampires, but then the issue is he has them as like labeled as vampires, but then doesn't say like what the vampires actually are. Like the vampires are not a named mob, so you cannot just say vampires and then expect the player to get it immediately. Um, the end of this area is weird. There are way too many spawners. It definitely gets spammy after a while. As you can see, I'm already lagging miserably from just stepping into this area, let alone anything else. Trying to figure out. Obviously, I know the wool is here, or the glass is here, but I'm not sure entirely. I think it's down in here, maybe. Uh, there's a vampire. Yeah, see, they are named, but they'll kill basically anything. Also, they spawn like 7 at once, so, good luck with that. I'm not even gonna try and find the glass. I beat the map, but, I can't remember exactly where it is because I was lagging so hard in this area I had to stop for like 2 hours. Because I couldn't figure out a plan of what to do minus actually just instead putting my render distance down to 2 and just sort of making sure I could run through the area. Alright, yeah, again, the glass is over there. I'm not gonna attempt. Did I say brown? I think I said brown glass. It's green. I'm not gonna attempt to look for it. It's honestly really annoying. Um, Green is annoying. Like I said, that's basically it. It's just summed up in it's very annoying. Red. I have to remember red. Oh, I remember red. This area is very tiny. As you can see, like there's nothing here. um, I like the Sky Islands. I think they're really cool. Um, the issue is entrance wool or entrance glass. Like there's a few of these harder enemies that are arcane hunters. Savages, whatever. Um, and obviously the spawners in this map are really annoying. because they spawn about 30 mobs before you even remotely get close to them. Again, this was definitely fixed in ChaosKraft 2. I know it was. But it's very annoying here because nobody likes to deal with 17 enemies coming out of a spawner before you can even remotely get to one. And also, this half of the area is useless. If your whole goal was to explore this first part, especially if you just take this trail here and then come up here and just sit here, or you go up to this area right here, you're already done with the area. There's no point in having that half of the area when the wool is right there. That's the issue I have with this area. It's so small to the point where half of the area could be cut out and there would be literally no difference. Um, there's not too much useful stuff. There's a few diamonds, a few bear sets of stuff. For the enchanting table, you have, free level 30 enchants, whatever. There is a really good pickaxe, I will agree with that. So I guess that warrants it, but then you could just throw it in like the tree or something. Like just extend this wall all the way down to there. Now, obviously, leave it. No, there's actually nothing in here. Um, hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure. Um, hmm. It's interesting. Um, hold on a second. Can't remember. I forgot if something happens when you kill these guys or not. I swear there was something that happened that was like whatever. Because I swear you had to go around like hunting these guys or something. As you can see, I'm literally not dealing any damage with the diamond sword. Like, I physically think I'm not dealing any damage. Regardless, but do you see that's just like unbalanced as, whatever. Anyway, it makes no sense. Regardless, again, when you can cut out half this area and nothing is lost, that's kind of an issue. Okay. So yeah. So that's the main issue here. I don't know why there's a beacon here, but there's a beacon there. Anyway, so last but not least, I guess, is black. Say the Everdark is the name of this area. The Everdark. I'm gonna lower my render distance again so it doesn't lag as much. Alrighty. Everdark. So special rules: set your brightness to moody. For the next area, I'll tell you when you can take it off. So there's there's water down here. Yeah, black. Black is an overvoid area. Um, it's got, you know, typical things like this, charge creepers, whatever. It's an overvoid bridge area. You'd expect there to be some, annoying mobs or some other stuff. I'm just gonna skip through here. Um, so you got this long winding bridge. Every other turn has a mob or something, and then it just cuts out the rails, and then you just get natural spawn hell. Look, if you're gonna have a black overvoid area, then at least make sure natural spawns don't get in the way, especially with the density that's happening right here. What are you supposed to do here? You literally have to run back and then run back again every single time. This is fine. Not a lot of spawned here, at least in my playthrough. Um, the nat spawns are fine, I guess. Whatever. You live with them, I guess. You climb up this really tall tower with a bunch of spawners for literally no reason. This reminds me of Black in ChaosKraft 2, but regardless, you can set your brightness back to normal now. You get a free ender chest and a free basically two enchanted gapples because everything else is useless now. Because you're already halfway through Black, so why not continue? This is cool. I love the designs on this. I love the barriers, even just the black carpet. The issue comes with the enemies. Look at these things. Look at how, you probably have Prot 4 Diamond at this point, but just, like, look, I know insane mobs are funny, and that, they've got the dragon heads and whatever else, and they're cool. Charge creepers, that's fine, I understand that for black. But like when they spawn with this frequency because of how Ben set up the spawners, it's not fun. It's you run to the end of here, you block yourself in with the black wool because you need to, or else it just or sorry, the black stained glass because there's only one. So you have to block yourself in and then basically make a mad dash for the beginning again. And then you have to throw it in the ender chest, and then you finally have to run back to the rest of black, or you can wipe at that point because, the map's over. So, either way, aesthetically, aesthetically looking, this is the best aesthetic part of the map. The best aesthetic area is probably still going to brown, um, just because of that. But like, this is insane. This looks amazing. This is absolutely fantastic. I know he did this in ChaosKraft 2 as well. I've seen a lot of, like I said, I've seen a lot of ChaosKraft 2, but I've only played like the first two areas. So I can attest for aesthetics, as in that map is absolutely beautiful, and I love half the builds in there, at least that I've seen. Um, but this is absolutely stunning. This is visually, this is beautiful. This is amazing. This must have taken him a while to get the first one, and then just copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. But it might be copy pasted, but it's really really nice. I love the designs and the patterns and everything else. And I think it's really cool when you have something like that. The issue is, again, you have to play through an entirety of a void area and then climb up a tower with relentless spawners just to get there. So, like, why? you know, like this is an over void area. This is general. This is a little boring. It's black concrete, nether bricks, gray concrete, or sorry, cyan terracotta. It looks like light gray concrete. Um, but regardless, I wish if the rails extended maybe through everything else, it would make a little more sense. Not the square platforms, but for these, make a little more sense. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't like that you have to climb all the way up here. Wish you just would have provided a teleport or something. He's, been shown to be able to do that. Um, I definitely think this is a rough map overall. This is very, very rough around the edges. Um, some of the areas look fine, especially the intersections. The intersections are absolute stunners. I don't know what happened comparatively, but the intersections are absolutely amazing. Um, so I'm gonna get the glass while I overview the map. Um, Overall, it's a map. Um, it's certainly not one I'm going to be revisiting anytime soon. Something like the charm and easiness of Nemesis whenever you just need a day off and you don't really want to play any new CTMs or whoops. What did I do there? Oh, I copied yellow twice. Um something like Nemesis where you can just relax because you know it's not going to be too difficult. Um Dang, dude, I keep doing that. Something like Nemesis where you can just chill and relax, and you know it's going to be an easy time. It's a lot more appealing, or Confinement, honestly. Confinement and Nemesis are my two favorite series ever to return on. Same thing with the Simulation Protocol series, except for I haven't played the second half of 2 and part of 3. Um, but I have played 1, and SP1 is absolutely a fantastic map. Regardless, so back to ChaosKraft 1. This map is very, very rough. Uh, when it comes to overall wool quality, or sorry, glass quality, I would say below average, especially with pink gray and light gray. They are absolutely horrifying areas. No loot being the main issue here. Annoying punch skeletons that have flame and go through your shields all the time. And then light gray's passable, I guess. Um, but like the first four wolves, sure, perfectly fine. Those work in a map. That I could see that being a respectable intersection one. It might not be my favorite, but it works. Intersection two, perfectly fine. Ninja Trading Ground's a little short. Lime has its own issues with the transitioning areas and whatever. And then Intersection 3 is just throw it out of the map. It's not that good. Intersection 4, purple's a slog, blue is mediocre, but cyan is really, really good. It's one of my favorite areas. Brown being base, I'm just gonna throw in brown with the other three. Really good. I love the aesthetics. The phantoms are annoying, and the bridging over void is annoying, but everything else is fine with it. Um, and then intersection 5, again, another one you could totally throw out and replace, and it would probably be for the better. Um, like I said, that second half of Black is amazing. The intersection's amazing. This monument area, even, it looks really nice. Like it's not, it's not Tomb of the Sun terrible, but it reminds me of it because it's a little valley inside of a cliff. You know, you just have this little dip in the area and it just exists. Um, I love the Pantheon style things. I think that's awesome. Uh, Overall, it's a shoddy map. It's definitely ChaosKraft 2 definitely irons out a ton of the issues I have here, especially with balance and stuff like that. It's hard to get behind this map and say that this map is really good when it lacks in a lot of departments. Um I don't want to bash on it too much because it's a first map, and obviously first maps have first map issues where map maker isn't too well versed in their craft and haven't had the chance to be able to express themselves and really show what they can do, which is where ChaosKraft 2 comes in. If you haven't played ChaosKraft 2, then you need to go play ChaosKraft 2. ChaosKraft 2 is probably 3 times the size of this map, and it is absolutely fantastic. I have heard so many good things about that map. Aesthetically, it's beautiful. Think Second Park Black, but for every area. It is 500% a step up from this, and is absolutely a perfect, not a perfect sequel, I guess, but it's absolutely a really, really good second map from Ben. Um, this one's not terrible. There are absolutely first worst maps. Sorry, worst first maps. I think of a few like Tomb of the Sun, like the uh I don't want to say Ragecraft 1. Ragecraft 1 is better than this, to be honest. Let's see. Let's see, Tomb of the Sun. Now that's what I call CTM is terrible. This is probably better than Kaizo Caverns. I haven't played a lot of Vex maps. I've played Sea of Flame 2, Infernal Sky 2, and um let's see, Kaizo Caverns, but that's about it. This is definitely better than Sea of Flame 2. I can 500% say that. It's probably tied with Infernal Sky 2. I just have a lot of nostalgia for Infernal Sky 2 because it was the first CTM map I've played. So I pretty much just have nostalgia blindness for that one. Um, yeah, that's about it for this map. It's definitely it's a good first map, but something like the Painter, where it's a really really good first map. I'll get to the Painter eventually. It'll probably be my next review. Um, Something like this where it's very rough around the edges, but something like the Painter where the first few intersections might be lacking, but once you hit that last intersection, it's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely breathtaking. Um, and this just kind of had the opposite. The first intersection was mediocre, and then the rest of them just didn't really work. Like they were just shoddy. The designs again amazing. Everything else just kind of lacking. So yeah, I think that's about it. Leave any questions you have in the comments, or join the CTMC Discord if you have the chance. I'll be on there. I'll be sure to answer any questions, or give any extra thoughts that you guys would like to see. Thoughts about stuff like that, and also if someone could comment in the comments, or again on the CTMC Discord, message me, and I'll try and look for those because in this review I had zero idea where any of them are. So yeah, this has been Chris with ChaosKraft 1. Uh, have a good day. Bye. Maybe.